Uhuru, 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 what do we do? Offer programs of liberation for African self-determination. Uhuru means freedom.
I am Onazane Ishatella, Board President of the African People's Education and Defense Fund. We are building the African Independence Workforce Program. Our tagline is "Our Labor, Our Future." This is a step towards building an independent economy in our own interests and investing in our own collective future.
The African Independence Workforce Program is necessary as a response to the conditions of colonialism we face as a people. Over the last 600 years, we have faced conditions in which our labor has produced wealth for others at our expense. But APEDF has always defended the human and civil rights of our Black community. Many of you have already seen the profound rebuilding of North St. Louis that we have initiated, building programs to address the serious disparities our community faces. Life expectancy in the African community of North St. Louis is 17 years less than in the white community. The infant mortality rate in St. Louis could fill 12 kindergarten classrooms every year. Our community makes up 13% of the national population, but 40% of the prison population. APEDF created the African Independence Workforce Program to address the devastating effect prisons have on our community. Prisons have always been used as a colonial tool to extract our labor. They have a profoundly destabilizing impact on our families and communities. Corporations and the economy as a whole benefit from our exploited free labor, generating billions of dollars through the prison economy. Since the 1990s, the incarceration rate of African women in the U.S. has increased by 828%. The majority of Black women in prison have been incarcerated and criminalized for trying to feed their families. Why is this considered a crime? APEDF understands that the conditions we face as a community. So the solution must be a collective solution to have lasting change. The mission of the African Independence Workforce Program is to reverse the negative economic and social impact of the colonial economy and prison system, and to train members of our community to contribute to a prosperous future through development of our own independent economy. When the mission of the African Independence Workforce Program is carried out, we uplift the entire community. We will ensure the success of the mission by carrying out the four main components of the African Independence Workforce Program: job training, job placement, housing, and life services. We have beautifully furnished, dedicated housing units ready for use, complete with appliances. The African Independence Workforce Program has created the Huduma za Maisha program. This is Swahili for life services that we will provide to participants. In addition to assisting in locating outside employment opportunities, we are uniquely positioned to offer immediate job placement in 14 of our own institutions and programs. Here are some of the positions for which training is available: chefs, bakers, line cooks, caterers, production managers, professional furniture movers, truck drivers, logistics and outreach coordinators, social media and marketing coordinators, farmers and gardeners, store managers, artists and graphic artists, t-shirt printers, customer service managers, project managers, radio engineers, human resources personnel, photographers, videographers, and grassroots organizers. All of these positions are part of institutions we have created by renovating abandoned and decaying properties in our community. They are now grassroots economic institutions that are transforming our community. They are the seed of the independent African economy, placing power back in our own hands. We created the Gary Brooks Community Garden, the One Africa One Nation Farmers Market, and the Uhuru Bakery and Cafe to end food apartheid that is prevalent in North St. Louis. These programs bring fresh, nutritious foods as well as job opportunities into our community. Our state-of-the-art basketball court and program will improve leadership abilities, social skills, critical thinking, and self-confidence. Basketball creates lifelong memories that people will have forever, and this is something you cannot put a price on. These are all beautiful, high-quality African self-determination programs that our community takes pride in, built from the ground up. We are repairing our community. Participants of the African Independence Workforce Program will not need to leave our communities to find meaningful employment. We can see our labor building our own communities that benefit our children and our neighbors' children. For the final component of the program, job training, we will tap into APEDF's over 30-year history of training and working with people impacted by the prison system in several of our current institutions and programs. Our focus has been on African and Indigenous working-class adults, youth, and seniors. In addition to vocational training, the African Independence Workforce Program's job training component will include leadership skills, soft skills, and hard skills training. We are creating career pathways with a strong focus on entrepreneurship. Our goal is for every participant to have a career that allows them to own a home, support a family, and to employ and uplift their community. We are forging collaboration with other organizations because we are stronger together. Collaboration is at the heart of African culture. We invite everyone to take a tour, see how we have already transformed our community in North St. Louis. We ask you to invest in this strategy. A sense of agency has been taken away from African people. We are taking it back. Together, we are making a pledge to our community that not one child shall go hungry, not one family shall be homeless, not one youth shall be without a positive future, not one elder shall be disrespected and alone. This is the African Independence Workforce Program. Our labor, our future. Join us.
Uhuru, 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 what do we do? Offer programs of liberation for African self-determination. Uhuru means freedom.